It's Thursday afternoon. I'm speaking to British National Party mayoral candidate for London Mayor, of course, Richard Barnbrook. And Richard, a few questions for you. How do you think the result in Havering last week is going to impact on the London Assembly and London mayoral election?
Well, there's only one answer to that, massively. It may not appear to be given much space in the media. However, if we had lost it, the media would be all over us. But obviously, regards it being hush-hush, I think the effect throughout the whole of Havering, it's got through local newspapers, and I think by word of mouth, it's on the streets that we actually had a landslide in Goucher's ward with a 10.9% increase and something like 125, 128 votes ahead of Labour. And that was catastrophic for all the parties. And UKIP, well, they disappeared off the radar, absolutely, totally. So this, I think, will create a major knock-on effect to Redbridge, Barking, Dagenham, and obviously Havering.
Yeah. I noticed that the UKIP candidate was a chap called Lawrence Webb, who got 70 votes, 3%. That's quite good for UKIP, and he's actually top of the London list, isn't he? He's the lead candidate.
He is. But also, the news has come out now that the candidate that's going to be mayor for the old UKIP London, One London, has actually now stepped down. One London, the old UKIP, and not putting forward a candidate for mayor of London.
Well, that is interesting. That is interesting. Now, I've got some shocking news for you. The Pink newspaper, which of course is homosexually orientated newspaper, had a poll for London Mayor, and Paddock actually won, quite surprising, and considering anyway, we won't go into that. But no. You scored, would you believe, 0.9%.
Oh dear. So, is that good or is that bad?
I don't know. I don't know. But obviously somebody likes you in that community. So yeah. Anyway, moving swiftly on. How is the campaign going?
Very well. Now by this weekend, over 600,000 leaflets will have been distributed through London. There's another run of 150,000, the old one, and there's a run of 150,000 for central London, which focuses primarily on crime, especially youth crime, with 14-year-old kids killing each other on the streets or in their own bedrooms. So that's working out pretty well. This weekend there'll be 3 regions of London being dealt with, the south east, the west, and also parts of the southwest. We're hoping that the turnout will be brilliant. I mean, so far we've had just under 600 returns from the leaflets that we put out. Yeah. A lot of new members coming in from that. Yeah, yeah. Where
do you identify our main pockets of support in London? Obviously there are areas that are pretty forlorn really in the capital, unfortunately, now, but obviously we have areas like Havering and Barking and Dagenham. Where else are we picking up?
Well, Bromley, Bexley, Hillingdon is coming in quite nicely at the moment. Also Harrow and Barnet. There's a little bit more coming through from Redbridge, Croydon area. But then in saying that, there's also pockets like Bermondsey, like Fulham, even parts of Hampstead, or as in Camden, the borough of Camden, and also Hammersmith and Chelsea who are coming over. And again, there's a lot of sort of disgruntled Conservatives as well as old Labour. They're simply saying, we can't sustain this any longer. So we're getting sort of ladies and lord-type gentlemen writing or phoning up saying, congratulations, we're going to vote for you.
Yeah, yeah. I know we've got a programme going out tonight on Panorama that isn't exactly going to dent our vote, that dealing with, of course, the sickening organised prostitution of English children. That's going out tonight, obviously, and I know there's going to be a big hoo-ha about that, but it's almost like a party political broadcast for the BNP.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. You know, if all the media do this in trying to sort of make scathing comments towards our voice on these issues, and at the same time put these issues forward to the public, every time they mention the British National Party's name, it just gives us benefit.
Yeah, it certainly does. It certainly does. So the news from London for everybody else in the country is it's looking good. You still need help, obviously. You still need people down there. And they've had a tremendous shot in the arm with the results in Havering. And I know for a fact the Labour Party put an enormous amount of effort into trying to win that seat. But at the end of the day, people don't like people who tell lies, do they, really?
No. And they spent the last 2 days doing a solid canvassing campaign. Unfortunately, because of work having to be done across the whole of London, we weren't able to put a canvassing campaign into Havering. And my personal view was, and I'll be honest about it, I think we'd hold the seat.
Yeah.
When the result came through last Thursday, it was amazing, absolutely catastrophic for the other parties.
Well, it shows there's a hard level of support there. It's not a soft level of support for the party. There's a hard vote for us down there.
Yeah. This is no longer a protest. This is a solid vote.
Yeah, it certainly is. I'm really looking forward to the actual result when it's announced. You're obviously going to be down there. Obviously, we were the first people to put in our nomination papers and money, weren't we?
Yes, the first people, and also, to my knowledge, the first to be accepted that they'd been crossed off, as they call it, and all acceptable.
Good.
And today the brochure went in, and again they looked through that and accepted all the information given over, artwork and text.
Yeah.
So I look forward for 6 million houses getting hold of it.
Yeah, that's one part of this, isn't it? I think we paid £10,000, something like that, to be included in the mayoral booklet. So there'll be no funny business with the postman or anything like that. Everybody's got to have that. So
yes, if they try to sort of remove ours, they have to remove everybody else's as well. Yeah. So it can't happen that way.
Yeah, yeah. It's looking good, Richard. It's looking good, and I'll be down there soon enough myself.
Fantastic. Man.
All
have
the
a
best
good weekend, Charlie.
Cheers, Richard.
Bye-bye.
Bye.